Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to Raids Week 5, Day 1. So of course, this week we have to go use Asian troops, and because Asian is almost like 90% goblins, we will basically just be using goblins for the entirety of every raid. As far as what we'll specifically be doing, we showed the one team earlier. I might revamp into a couple other things and might just try some really weird ones, like 4x Goblin Rocket or something really similar to that, because I'm actually extremely curious how that will work towards the middle range of them. But yeah, let's get right into it. Raid bosses, see how far we can get. We actually have several rewards already, of course, from our guild getting a bunch of things. Make sure to save your vault keys. I mentioned earlier, but I should repeat. Do not use your vault keys. They're getting buffed on Friday. Not only are they getting buffed on Friday, but Friday is the next Treasure Gnome event. So even if they weren't getting buffed, you would still want to wait till Friday. But there's basically 2 reasons to go save it now, so definitely save them. So yeah, not using that vault key. I believe that brings us to 9. Unfortunately, that means I don't have 10. I was kind of hoping I could do a 10. Someone on the forum had a screenshot of like 163 vault keys. Every single vault event, they haven't spent a single one, and they just started saving them until they eventually got buffed, which they did. Well, they didn't yet. They will be this Friday. Don't open them yet. Yeah, starting this Friday, they will be increasing the value of vault keys by about 40%, approximately. So please give us a blue or purple orb, and no, orb of wisdom. I did not need that. My other account needs that. This account, not so much. We have more orbs than we're ever going to need. But let's go and let's get into this then. See what we can do. Hello everyone. Hello Tim. Hello Bunny Killer. Hello Traylon. Hello Dragon Ball Z fan. Hello Mehmet. Hello Throat. Hello Dark. Hello William. Hello Max. Hello Jeffrey. Welcome all. If you guys have anything you want me to go over, let me know. I will go into some couple cheaper teams as well. 4x Goblin Rocket, I'm seriously going to be trying. Maybe it'll be 3x Goblin Rocket with the raid guy, I don't know. But we're going to do something really weird with it. And we'll have a redeem code a little bit later in the stream. And Salty is streaming after us, I do believe, so we'll go raid her after this too. Get it? Raid? Because it's raids? Ha! No. But yeah, we will be raiding her. But let's see, we'll go and explode out that. Take a... I kind of want to get Nobin Brothers up, but it's probably going to miss. But we'll just go grab that. That's like the last one we want to be getting first, but they're so low durability right now, I guess it doesn't matter as much. Let's see, we'll go and... I guess Red Surge. Oh wait, we don't have... Oh yeah, we do. Never mind. We'll go grab that. He'll take a skull, that's perfectly fine. I will throw this to kill out the raid boss. Kill that off that thing. Never mind, we only get attack reduction. Not what we need. I guess in some instances that could be helpful, but not this battle. The only slightly bad thing about this particular team that we're using right now, it's not particularly good at killing Val Ravens, but everything else it should be okay at. I guess if I just keep denying its mana, it wouldn't matter as much. Also, the thing this week does 12 skulls every single time it does its cast, which could be really bad if it gets a kill or gets a single cast. Because if it gets a cast, it's probably going to double kill. Not just whatever it ends up instantly killing off its ability, out of 100% chance to kill, but it could kill us with the 12 skulls it also creates, since it's going to have really high attack value. Of course, right now they're still relatively low because we're at the beginning of the raids, but pretty sure it'll get pretty high. You're sitting at 6,965 diamonds. Very nice. Are you going to get an Infernus? He is available this week. Infernus is available, Wardbreaker is available. Infernus is better, but, you know, you might need Wardbreaker for something as well. Still would say Fairish Raw is the best overall first, but Infernus is used in a lot of quick PvP teams these days. It's really good if you have fully traded Divine or Shpala as well, and it's the best burner, and one of the best damage sources. I do have to say, I do prefer using Doom Skulls more than Infernus, so if you have both the Doom Skull guys... Again, Fairish Raw would probably still be better. The only thing that Infernus really helps you with is some Guild War days. Of course, whichever ones are his applicable colors. The red, yellow, and purple. And also for just running Divine PvP teams. Ends up working out nicely for. Alright, we'll go move that over. Get some explosion. Move that. Hopefully this explodes. 1 in 3 chance. And we get damage. I guess that isn't horrible. We'll go for a Skull Poke just to kill it out. We have relatively high attack value too, 39 to 41. That isn't too bad. Okay, again, another non-explosion. Not good. I can see that happening a lot. Every single time we need it to do something, it's going to do the exact opposite. Oh, he has the instant kill. Luckily, this does have Agile, and what's interesting about Agile and the other trait that has a % chance to dodge, like you just saw right there, it actually dodges every single skull of the instance. So, for example, if he's matching, let's say, 4 different skull pairs all at the exact same time, and you end up triggering your Agile trait, you will dodge all the damage instead of just one of the skulls, which is kind of nice. If you only had a barrier, it would only dodge one instance, but an Agile triggering will get rid of, or will make it so you don't take any damage from skulls in the instance of all the skulls hitting. So it does come in handy. That one that has 40% reduction is that one legend that has it. I don't normally use it too much, but it is really good against skull spam. The only problem is it's only 40% chance. Really wish they would add a mythic that has like 60% chance or something. That'd probably be used a lot. Probably would be better than Gorgolfa, specifically against skull spam. Against just standard skulls, it wouldn't be. What do we need? Oh, duh, we already have the kill. What am I doing? We're already ready to go. Let's just take that out. And down it goes. We also get a lot of HP just from extra turns from Queen Grapple Pot whenever we take an extra turn off the board. We're getting 5 life to all allies. I'm still surprised they haven't cut that back at all yet. That's still ridiculously above average, how much life that ends up giving. Let's see. Is a Fairish Raw able to be crafted this week? No, he's not available this week. I was just mentioning that in general, because some people are still waiting out. Actually, someone mentioned to me earlier that Infernus came in twice since we've had the last Fairish Raw. So they definitely don't have it on any kind of cycle, which we kind of already knew. But, yeah, it's definitely not on any kind of cycle. It's still 100% random what the Soulforge will have in it. Oh, we got a magic buff. Whoa, that is a lot of damage. That is, imagine if we had 5 times. That is, for 3 times. That's 216 damage. That is over 2 times 1 shot onto him. Very nice. Now we just need to get the mana for him, which means we'll need to go... Actually, he's completely blocked, so we need to start getting our explosions up. I guess that's another problem with this team, too. I kind of expect us to get explosions off these, and if we don't... then whoops. The easiest way to get that would be to rush Fizz Bang, but there isn't always the colors on the board. There we go, that's what we need, except we didn't get enough mana off it. Come on, cast. Alright, we'll go to that, move the yellow over, take some purple here, try this again. Mana leaks into the other one, please explode. That is not what I need, though that is a really high attack value. At least we could use that if he dies, which he probably will, because if he gets his ability off, he is going down. Yeah, I might need to consider putting Mang. I was trying to go and use Goblins all week, and I think we will be able to. But, I don't know, we'll need more of a loop team if we do end up going down that route. The only real big issue with Goblins is a lot of their major mana generators, not the board control ones, but just the ones made for mana generating, tend to be pretty random on if they will function correctly. Because it's all on a % chance, pretty much. And there we go. Should I go switch into that? Let me actually go do that right now. I do want to see what will happen with this. I was kind of joking earlier, but also very serious. But, let's do 4 times Goblin Rocket and see what happens with a, what banner? With the... Where's the claw? There it is. Let's see what happens with this. So pretty much everyone has access to this. I think you can get it in like 20 event keys if you don't already own 4 copies of them. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to want to take every red and yellow we see, obviously, and every skull just to deny it out. And now we'll take a little bit more mana, then just go crazy with board control. Ooh, I need to make sure he gets the full mana first, though. So we'll go and... We'll take green over. Get that yellow randomly. Was that even in sight? I don't think it was. But we'll go grab ourselves some red. Do that right over there. Yeah, I think we might need one other troop on this team. Might be a little bit too clunky just with 4 of them. It does gain a lot of mana per red. We're actually gaining +6 red every red we take, which is quite a lot. Okay, there's a skull right there. I think we're just going to manually take it. And there we go with 3 Goblin Rockets, if that wasn't already enough. So we'll go take a skull. We also burn every single time, too. It will hit most of the things within this kingdom as well. It's mainly just running like undead. Well, it's not really a specific kingdom, but it's mainly just running like undead stuff. So, yeah, we could really easy take it out. So right here, he's going to die to burn automatically. I'm actually going to... I believe I have skull alignment here if I knock it down by 2. Yes, we do. So we do that. And then we just take the skull. Well, he only had 1 HP. Really, I was kind of hoping that would hit him, but oh well. Go move that over. As you can see, we have 4 times Goblin Rocket, and all you do is just keep controlling the board and just never lose your turn, essentially. It's a little bit hard to get started because you obviously have no mana generator whatsoever. But once it gets going, looks like it's working. So we're going to go out and just take all this mana over here, try for like some kind of drop. Didn't get it. The Doom Skull didn't actually really do that much, but we'll go over here. By the time we cast all of our goblins, we'll already have some of the goblins back up to full mana. And we'll want to do it backwards now, so we'll want to do these two. So this one will at least be at full mana when we go back to it. Trying to get this thing to land. I already tried it earlier, but it didn't work. We need a yellow right there, and that didn't happen. But I guess we'll go for the guarantee red then, and do it down there. That should get him to full mana, and then we have another 2. Ideally, we'd want to go get a little bit more mana for him. We'll try for the yellow, didn't get it. And yeah, we just throw 2 goblin rockets, and that'll be that. Throw 1. Never mind, we don't even need the second one, and there you go. All you need is 4 goblin rockets, nothing more. I don't know how. Oh, he has a freeze. Never mind. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this is the one you wouldn't want to throw it on if they have a bone dragon. That is very annoying. The second you take a skull against it, you are frozen. There is one slight way around this, and that is just never cast your first goblin. Or at least never cast it when it's frozen. So we'll go take this yellow, let him poke it, and we'll go from there. Oh, what else do we have to move around? We'll take the blue. Yeah, we might need like 1 other troop on this team. Does seem a little bit too clunky with 4 of them. Normally, the minimum I would do is like Alchemist triple Goblin Rocket, but of course we can't use Alchemist, unfortunately. There's no proper mana generator for them within the kingdom, I don't believe. So we're gonna go and just do a large explosion down, get all of our mana from that. And I guess we'll just take another one since he's still frozen, so we don't want to cast him out. Go grab that. There we go, that's what we need to see. So he's unfrozen now. I guess we'll just go set something up for a little bit of mana. Maybe just a manual red wouldn't be too bad. Don't really see anywhere else to go and move anything that's worth it. You know what, let's cascade those greens as well when we do it. So we'll go to that. That'll knock that so we can take a red if we want, which I believe I'm going to go for since we get such a bonus for it. It's everything instantly up pretty much the second we go for it. I'll knock all this down. That'll give us another red that we can go manually take if we want. Ideally, we'll get it from actual extra turn setup, but if there isn't any, that's not too big a deal. We'll go and drop that down so we get the yellow. We'll do the same thing for red if we can get it anywheres. Is there anything weird we could do here? I guess a skull into red isn't too bad. Oh, but we get frozen again. But again, I guess we could just not cast him for a little while. Not too big a deal. We'll go and take another red. That should be almost full mana. Never mind, it is full mana. And then we'll go hit them down again. See if we get anything near each other. Doesn't look like it. None that are worth it. Maybe we could try getting these reds for a cascade right there. There's a red right there. That'd be so much mana. Then again, we're actually frozen on red. I can't even take it for an extra turn. That I can, because we're not frozen on it currently. We got to be careful with that. Oh yeah, we're frozen on skulls too. I actually can't set that up. We have a 4-time skull right there. If we explode all that. But yeah, we're kind of frozen still. Do I still go for it? Or can I drop it in any way? Doesn't look like it. And there's no way to unfreeze him. I guess let's just take it. Why not? Oh, we actually got a double drop from it. Good thing I didn't leave that for him or something. So we could knock this down by 2. Oh, whoops, I just clicked the one that's frozen. No! Well, if I did set that up, we're frozen on that anyway. So, you know what? I guess that doesn't matter as much. I was going to do that into that, but we're frozen on him and we're frozen on red. So, never mind on that. We'll just do it over there, I guess. And we'll lose our turn, of course. We'll lose our turn here, too, but it's a lot of mana, so I'll go for it. And then we'll just throw a double Goblin Rocket. Doesn't even matter where we do it. Just Zoogoff is left, and down he goes. Is this live? Yes, Unruly. This is live. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, that's... I don't know how long you would be able to get away with that, and you might want to put, like, maybe the Ray Troop on it as, like, your 4th slot or something. But, yeah, you can legitimately kill it with 4 times Goblin Rocket. That is pretty funny. Let's put back to the normal team. And do that. Get our banner back. What banner was I using with this? I actually forget now. I assume it's something purple related. Was it just double purple? Pretty sure it was. Pretty sure it was double purple. I don't normally use that banner, but this team doesn't want to minus its... Actually, you know what? Never mind. Minusing yellow is fine. Let's go and minus the yellow. So +2 purple, +1 red, -1 yellow. Pretty sure that's what I was using before. Queen Grapple Pot doesn't need the yellow. We'll get it perfectly fine from just explosions. Also, hello Plumpgo, hello Sea Dog, hello Captain. Also, hello Valraven. Let's see. Come on, Pet Gnome and Soulforge. A Pet Gnome can't appear in Soulforge. You're just joking around. But yeah, it can't appear in Soulforge. It can't appear in Invasion. It can't appear in Raids. Oh, wait, never mind. Why did I say Soulforge? Let's see. You got a Vault Key today from the Treasure Gnome? Surprised you? Oh, wow, nice. Yeah, I've only gotten, I believe, 1 or 2 Vault Keys from a Treasure Gnome when it wasn't the event itself. They are very, very excessively rare. How do you get Vault Keys? You get them from Raids, you get them from Invasions, and you have a small chance of getting them whenever you find a Treasure Gnome. And there's a Treasure Gnome event that lasts 1 weekend every single month. And that's actually going to be this weekend, this week, from Friday till Monday reset. And there's a higher chance of not only finding Treasure Gnomes, but also finding Vault Keys from those Treasure Gnomes. And yeah, that's going to be occurring, and definitely a good time to go farm them. They're also buffing the drop table of Vault Keys this Friday as well. Also, even if they weren't buffing the drop table on Fridays, you generally want to throw it on whatever the Vault Key event is. You want to use your Vault Keys, mainly because there's a chance of getting Vault Keys inside of your Vault Key. And when there's a Vault event, it's a higher chance that that would occur. So you always want to open them during a Vault event regardless of if they were getting buffed or not. But yeah, they're finally getting a buff. This was mentioned a while back. I was mentioning it too. I assumed they would have done it with the patch, but they actually just waited, and they're doing it specifically this Friday. No actual patch is coming out, but you know, it's going to be getting a little mini buff. It's mainly just making the rewards slightly better. And getting, not necessarily getting rid of the smaller rewards, but making them less common within the drop table. Can you please stop reducing their attack? That's like the most useless thing for you to be doing right now. At least it makes it so we can't take any skull damage when he like tries instant killing us. But still, it's not helping us much. Maybe I should get rid of Nobbin Brothers and just go with a second Fizz Bang. It'd make it so we don't cover brown, but I don't think that's too big a deal. We could probably even go some kind of minus brown banner that gives us that mana. I don't think there actually is one though. But if there was a minus brown banner that gave us purple and or blue, that'd be perfect for us. Let's see. Oops, what was that other comment mentioned? What about my electricity bills? Also, the stream is saying that my connection is being a little bit bad right now, but I'm pretty sure it's not related to too much. I don't know what's up with that, but... let's see. I already answered that. Hello, Matt. Welcome. Is the Fire Link stacking or no? Yes, Fire Link stacks. All the links stack. They don't stack in that they multi-trigger. So, for example, if you were to take, let's say you were to convert something and you get a red and a red simultaneously, it would only give you the effect of one of those each. But yes, if you had 4 Fire Links on your team, all 4 of them would trigger. But if you had 4 Fire Links on your team and you take 2 reds simultaneously, only one of those each would trigger. So it would only give you 4 additional mana instead of 8. But yes, they do stack, but they do not stack per multiple triggering on the board at once. But they do stack if you use multiple on a team. And that applies to all of them, not just Fire Link, of course. Hello, Crazy. You're fairly new and heard a squad with Astral Spirit, Rock Spirit, Mist Stalker, and Spirit Fox might be okay at level 100 to 100. Yeah, around level 100. But yeah, that would be perfectly fine. Generally, you want to go all physical damage or all true damage, but you're basically using that Rock Spirit more so as a... Oh, wait, never mind. You said... Yeah, you're using the Rock Spirit more so as board control than you are as damage. But, yeah, the team sounds perfectly fine. Also, hello, Questor. Welcome. Don't need Mang this time. I'm trying not to use Mang this time. I hate having to constantly always use Mang. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to once we start getting to the later battles. But I'm trying the best I can to not use Mang at all during raids this week. Not sure how far we'll really get, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. You see the Pet Gnome is now considered from the Vault Kingdom. Yes, it's been like that for a while. When the patch first came out, it was an error, and it wasn't. But, yeah, I think they fixed that about a week or 2 after. You have Fault, a player, owned Pet Gnome too. Yes, that is possible. Yes, it is possible to find him in Vault Keys. It's technically possible to find it now, but of course you'd want to wait till Friday. But, yeah, I still don't own that troop, but we're probably going to own it starting Friday. I don't think it does anything interesting. I think it just, like, summons a beast or something with a 30% chance to, like, evade. But, or, you know, to dodge, or, you know, to leave the battle. Whatever it is, flee is the mechanic. But, yeah, he's not that good, but, of course, for collection purposes, they might eventually make a Vault Kingdom or something. Okay, let's go and throw this first. Finally, we get an explode. Took long enough. We'll go and throw that down. Throw that for the kill. Throw that for the kill. And throw that for the kill. And there we go. Love when goblins actually work properly, like that. Ooh, a celestial and the 2 sigils. Very nice. It's about the best drop we can get from his battle. Or at least one of these battles. You've been having more success with Goblin Rocket instead of the Raid Troop. Never lose a turn. Yeah, you can loop a lot more with the Goblin Rocket. I mainly just put the Raid Troop here just to see how much damage we could end up doing and getting the quicker kill on him. But, yeah, probably would be better doing Goblin Rocket. Not only does it give us more mana into our Nobin Brothers, it's a lot better than casting a Grapple Pot. Grapple Pot does nothing for the board, whereas Goblin Rocket would keep it on our turn very well. Another one that would be pretty good, though you can't use it specifically in raids this week, would be using that new Ice Goblin. You can't use it within raids, but, you know, in normal Goblin context, he's actually a really good addition to put into a Goblin team. So we'll throw this first. Always going to want to do that. I'll take this red because it gets us to full mana. I think we'll take this purple too because that gets us to full mana and we'll be able to leak into the other troop. So we'll just go do that for the heavy poke. Take the purple over. It gets us to full. Throw this down. Also, I mentioned it earlier, but I don't think I mentioned it on this stream. When you're casting these, make sure to always do it to the one that has the worst board control all the way to the best board control. So, for example, with the team that we're currently running, we'd want to cast it in order of Grapple Pot and the Helical first. Then we'd want to go Nobbin Brothers because he only has a 1 in 3 chance to mana generate. And then we would want to go Princess Fizzbang because she only has a 50% chance to mana generate. If we replace this with a Goblin Rocket, the order would be we'd want to do Queen Grapple Pot first, then Nobbin Brothers, then Fizzbang, then Goblin Rocket. There are some instances where you'd want to throw the Goblin Rocket down first, but you could kind of just judge that based on what the board is like at the time. Let's see. I'll go for this, I guess. I was just saying the order. It's like, what order should we do it in now? As I literally just said what order to do it in. We'll go take the red. And dead. There we go. Yeah, it's always good to bring your kingdoms to about level 3, 4, or 5, and then get all the magic and attacks to level 10, particularly the magics. And then do the HPs, and then the armors, and then you're good to go. How do raids work? Basically, every 3 weeks. Well, there's 3 different game modes for the guilds that each run tri-weekly. It goes from Guild Wars to raids to invasions, and it keeps switching. We just had Guild Wars the previous week, which you probably saw some. But as far as raids, basically this is a sigil system thing where you have a limited amount of battles. You can get more if you want from the little reward thing. But basically, you get a few battles each day. I believe it's 4. And you're restricted to a specific kingdom. In this case, it is Zhejian. And you have to use troops or your hero class, using any weapon as well as just Zhejian troops for this week, to go and kill out all of the enemy teams. This will be composed of, once you get that past the few initial easier ones, it will be composed of 3 troops plus a raid boss. And it's always a Zugoff, but there are different versions of the Zugoff that have different effects, and that changes every single week as far as what specifically it does. I believe there are 6 variants of it. This week it's instantly kill anything, plus creates 12 skulls, and it has basically immunity to everything. Immune to mana drain, devour, every instant kill, every stats effect, and yeah, so you basically just have to try killing out the entire team, killing the raid boss as quickly as you can, and then just kind of finishing out the rest of the team. And yeah, that's pretty much the game mode. It's probably one of the slightly better ones. I think Invasion is probably my absolute favorite, but well, as far as the 3 of them, Guild Wars would be the absolute best, but as far as the ones they've been adding recently, what's nice about this is you get to have a, you're kind of on a time limit constantly with the Zugoff, because you always have to make sure that you try specifically killing that troop out, which is kind of nice. The only really annoying thing about this game mode is it is very, very, very punishing, since you can't really use anything other than whatever runs the quickest, because if you just let him get up, you just pretty much just fall apart once he starts killing you every single time. It's a lot more annoying compared to Invasion, where you can actually play with other mechanics, because in this game mode you have to kill it quickly, and if you don't, you just slowly start losing, whereas in Invasion you can play it out a lot slower, and it still will end up working out just fine. But yeah, in short, it's basically just a game mode that is optional, though generally most guilds will be participating in it to some degree, and you end up getting a bunch of just various small rewards from it. It's one of the best ways to get orbs in the game, as well as this easy guarantee vault key chance as well. and just gives a bunch of small various resources, some gems, some event keys, some orbs here or there, vault keys, and the orbs themselves being probably the best reward that you actually end up getting from the game mode. Yeah. Is this week's weapon worth anything? Oh, I actually didn't really go over that too much earlier, did I? What was the weapon called again? Let's see if I could find it. I think I just saw its image. I know what it looks like. I just have no clue what its name is or its colors off the top of my head, because it just came out yesterday. I mean today. Earlier today. I should probably go... I know an easier way of doing this. Go to guild, go to raids, go to rewards. I'm in the shop. It's called a flesh ripper. So let's see what this does. Flesh ripper. It should be something boost based on Zhejian. Destroy an enemy's arm. Oh. Hello. Interesting. Except the only problem with that is we don't gain the attack. But destroy an enemy's armor. Deal 24 damage by armor destroyed. Oh, I didn't even realize it wasn't one of those normal standard ones. Huh. I actually didn't bother looking at it because I assumed it was like every other one that they've ever added ever. But you know what? That's kind of unique. Mang is still better. But if you don't have Mang, I would highly suggest getting this weapon. That's basically a weaker version of Mang. That is not too bad. Yeah, it's basically like the early game version of Mang. It destroys an enemy's armor. It deals the same amount of damage, basically. And it's boosted by the armor destroyed as far as how much damage it does. So let's say they had 120 armor. That would be, what'd that come out to? 40 additional damage. So that would be 64 damage. And then you could follow it up with a... Oh, you know what? Huh. That actually does have some potential, especially if you did it with a half mana start. Interesting. Yeah, there's some instances where that could be better than Mang. The instances it would be better is if your hero is not in first slot or second slot. If it's like in third or something, that would probably actually function a bit better than it. But yeah, that weapon's actually really good. Definitely go get it. Oh yeah, I should have read it. I actually didn't bother looking at it because I honestly just assumed it was like every other one. So I was like, okay, this is dead content again. But nope, they finally did a different one. Of course, the one time I don't look at it would be the time that they actually make it good. But yeah, I would highly suggest getting that weapon. You could either get it for 250 gems if you buy all 3 of these packs, or you could get it in the Soulforge if you don't want to do that. But I highly do advise getting it before the end of this week, Soulforge. Yeah, it should be craftable over here. I forget exactly what it takes. It's like 400 diamonds and a bunch of other smaller things. Where to go? It should be here. Yeah, the Flesh Ripper. It takes 10,000 souls, 2 celestials, 400 red and yellow, and 200 diamonds if you don't want to spend 250 gems. I personally feel like it's cheaper just spending 250 gems, but if you didn't want to, that's what it costs if you don't spend that many. But, yeah, that's actually a really interesting weapon. We might need to mess around with it some. I don't think we're going to be testing it today, though. But probably tomorrow we'll go bring it out. Today I want to kind of stick with the goblins for now. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as Mang. If you have Mang, you would definitely be using Mang instead, unless you specifically needed that coloration on it. But no, it has potential. I think it might actually be better for some people if they are running a 5 times bonus. Like if they're actually getting whatever the raid troop is and getting it all the way to Mythic. It might be a little bit better, since it has a bit more synergy with single targets. You wouldn't have anywhere near as much gold damage, though, which I guess would be a pretty big downside for the entire battle. Also, thank you, Joseph, for the subscribe. Much appreciated. So we got an attack reduction there that I was going to say that doesn't come into play, but then he just takes a skull, and, well, I guess it helped some. We'll go and grab this down. Nice explosion. Very good. Throw that. Get another poke. And that should be it. Almost. Skull and dead. There we go. You got Mini Mimic to Mythic today. Also, speaking of pal pets, we just got a fairy as well. Let's go do the fairy before I forget. And then we'll go do the last of our raids. Actually, we should probably go to dungeons too. Let's go to dungeons first, and then we'll go do the little fairy thing. Also, don't forget, put a Gorbel on your team when you're in PvP and Explore this week. If you're running through the easier battles, like 1 trophy PvP or just exploring in general. I'm probably going to be doing most of my exploring later on in the week. The event objective this week's going to take no time at all to actually complete. You only need like 300 green kills in PvP/explore. But if you only have a limited amount of time to play, you would definitely want to try grinding that out this weekend since the treasure gnomes will be around. So you'll be able to get a lot more resources from just doing what you'd already be doing. And clear that up. What could you sub for Goblin Queen troop? I don't think there's much else that's that exact coloration. Because I believe we're still missing green and yellow. I guess just a Goblin Rocket then. And maybe replace out the raid one for whatever the other color that you're missing would be at that point. So I believe that would be green? Yeah, you'd be missing green at that point. So replace her with Goblin Rocket and replace the raid thing with a green looping troop. I believe the best one would be Boar Rider. I forget if there's another green one that loops within the kingdom. I'd assume so, but I believe Boar Rider has 20% bonus this week. Because it's both a goblin and a beast. Hello, Oscar. Welcome. Okay, we'll take the skull over. And take another skull, and down it goes. It even tried countering it. And the little final battle. Poor little dungeons. I still find it hilarious that this was kind of added to be like mid-game to late-game content. Luckily, they kind of got it a bit more right when they did it with like invasion and dungeons. But I mean, not dungeons, invasion and raids. But yeah, it's pretty funny when this first came out. It's was pretty underwhelming actually. It was also really annoying that it wasn't infinitely repeatable. They also have been making that mistake a lot recently. Well, not that mistake, but it's I don't know, I find it annoying. But they've been making a lot of content lately that isn't infinitely repeatable. They've been getting a little bit better with it with like their most recent patch because the pets are infinite in a way. So that's a bit nicer. But when they started doing like all that raid and invasion stuff and that energy system, that annoying energy system, they actually, for the longest time, they didn't have like any form of energy system in the game. But then they had to bring in like the whole sigil things with raids and invasions. For Guild Wars, it was fine because it meant to be like that because it was competitive and you couldn't actually buy additional battles. But it's still basically just a bidding war for the top of the leaderboard of raids and invasion. That hasn't actually changed. It's still fully pay to win. Whoever throws the most gems is the one that wins. We'll go through that in there. Of course, you still need to have decent cards and stuff, but it basically just comes down to whoever just throws the most at it. So Mang is better for skull spam. That one works if you can keep casting it 4 times. The new weapon that came in is basically only better if you have a lot of mana generation on your team. So if you have like 2 troops that are going to be mana generating for you, then I feel like the weapon that just came in, the one that casts, is going to be best. But yeah, I'm glad they finally listened and actually added a weapon that isn't just Mang. I hope they add some more like that. Because it's really like the only option. Maybe they'll add some kind of thing that boost ratio is based on their HP or something. That'd be kind of cool to kind of get that working. Because they really need better things other than Mang. Well, not better, but they need options other than Mang. Just every single time it feels like the meta for raids is run Mang or nothing. Pretty much. Which is why I'm trying to use 4 times Goblin for it this entire time, just so we can actually get something different for once. But more often than not, it is various Mang teams, which are fun. I do like using Mang. It's just, wish there was better options. But now we finally have another one. Still not the greatest. Mang is still better than it, but at least they're trying. If they added a version kind of similar to Mang that had an extra turn, that'd be pretty funny too. Or even just any hero weapon that was really good at looping. Most of them aren't. Even the ones that are kind of made to be, like the ones they've been doing where it just does a bunch of gem spawn, they're not that consistent because they're a double gem spawn. Alright, we'll get rid of purple here. Go convert all that out. Hopefully get full mana off of that. Looks like we got close enough. Take the brown, take the brown. Got a Gorgolfa in there. Should be good to go. How do you get Mang? You get at 40 red, 40 brown hero mastery. If you are evenly distributing all of your hero mastery into all of your levels, you would get it around level 250 or so. Approximately. Hero level 250. But yeah, you can get it a lot earlier than that if every single time you level up, you put your into either brown or red. And I would probably say that would be the best thing to do. I haven't been doing that on my other account, but I probably should start doing that. But yeah, if you every single time you level, prior to having 40-40 brown red, you should pretty much put it into either brown or red, simply because Mang is just the best weapon in the game pretty much. Or at least for some game modes. Not like overall. Dawnbringer would probably be overall. But as far as raids and invasions are concerned, there is no weapon better than Mang. And even though they are adding alternatives slowly, I still feel like Mang's gonna, for the longest amount of time, will be basically the best and one of the only things to really run for the game mode. Even more so for raids. Like, I'm pretty sure they might eventually add something for invasion that would make it in a way where it would be viable to actually use a different weapon. Because there's even instances where Dawnbringer is better than a Mang in invasion. But specifically for raids, it's pretty much always going to be Mang is the best thing. Okay, we have nothing really good to take here, so we're going to go just get the greens away. That doesn't help us much. I don't think we have anything. Oh, didn't see that. I don't think that actually helps us any, though. I'm still going for it. Come on, luck. Nope, we're going to get hit with 1,000 skulls. It's not going to matter, though. He doesn't hit that hard. Oh, he got a summon, though. I'll easily kill that out. Get that down. Throw it again. Dead again. Dead again. Dead again. And destroyed. And on to the next few. Oh, you got your Peace Pigeon to Mythic today. Wow. My Peace Pigeon isn't anywhere near Mythic. I haven't even gotten any of mine to Legendary yet. And we'll go and get a green over. Yeah, I haven't been getting as many pets. Not that my guild hasn't been getting as many. I just haven't been on as much recently to get as many. But I still haven't gotten a single one naturally to Legend. I got Mini Mimic to Legend, but that was because we spent some gems into it to get it to that point. So we would constantly be getting the extra gold. Okay, what is Worf taking here? Looks like none of it, so I'll just clear out the board with some kind of convert, like getting rid of all this. Even though we don't need the mana, it gives us, hopefully, some kind of better board. Sure, we'll go and remove that. And good enough, we'll throw it in there. And that looks like match. Get another one, and then just get the blue convert, and that'll be it. Never mind, I don't even need to follow up. He already goes down. It was still our turn as well, even if it wasn't. And we still had pretty much mana on everything. Okay, we'll go take a brown, I guess. Go grab that down. And take another brown. See if we can get anything else going. I think we could take a purple into it, try for a brown extra turn. Didn't get it, but at least we get plenty of mana from it. Also, as soon as we finish out the pet, I think we'll go and hand out a redeem code. Also, Salty still needs to go get me more. Should probably go message her. She's going to be streaming soon, too. I believe she's starting at 9:30, so I'll end a little bit before then. Just because I'm probably going to grab a bite to eat in between, so I have something to eat while watching. I believe she's showing the next legend that's coming out, if I'm not mistaken. I forget which one that actually is off the top of my head. If I'm not mistaken, it's actually a little while away. I don't know why she's showing it now. Would make more sense if she was showing the Mythic. I guess she's saving the Mythic for next Monday, I guess. Because I don't believe we're getting a new legend this Friday. Or wait, why would we? Never mind. But yeah, when is the next legend coming? Hold up. Let me actually see, because she did say that. Let's see, next legend is coming out on... the Mythic is coming before it. Next legend that I believe she's showing isn't coming out until June 4th, which is like 2 weeks from now. Yet she's not showing the other one that's coming out next week, but that's probably just because she's going to do that next Monday, I guess. Yeah, we'll go through that in there. And so let's throw down to brown. It's hard to really gauge how good they are, though, because she's the one that's playing with them. Even though she does take teams from the chat, unless Syrup or specifically Ozball is playing. I think out of everyone who has ever actually streamed on their stream, Ozball is actually the best player out of them, from what I've seen so far. So we don't really get a good example of how the troop can function unless Ozball is specifically the one doing it. But he hasn't been on the streams lately. Guess he's been busy. And we'll go get, I guess just take a yellow then. Throw this into some brown somewhere, let's go from there. We'll go into the explosion. Yeah, Phylactery does have 50% chance to tear their armor. The problem is it's 50% chance, isn't it? But it's either 50% chance or whatever its side effect is 50% chance. It was one or the other. Actually, I think it is 100% tier, but it's 50% chance that it would actually do something useful. I think it's either a poison or like creates gems or something. And of course, you'd always want it to create gems, but it doesn't do that. If it did, then it would actually be really useful. But it's not 100% chance. Okay, we'll go move that down. Take the purple down. Take a skull. Don't think we have anything else to go move anywhere, so we'll just go explode out the board. Get a few more hits in there. And that'll be that. Ow! That hurt. We'll go throw that in there. And down it goes. But yeah, it was, let me see, what does that do again? I actually forget, it's been so long. I know it's not worth using. That's not how you spell it. Oh yeah, it's P-A-Y, I mean P-H-Y. Oh, wait. No, that's not the one. I know what you're talking about. It's, there it is, Vial Flask. Destroy an enemy's armor and one of the following. Poison them or deal 27 damage. Yeah, that's not worth it. Never mind, it doesn't have anything that does the board control thing. But yeah, there's nothing on that worth using. That's actually a weaker version of the weapon that just came into the game. That's weird that they would have that, yet the other one has a 100% chance. They never update any of the older weapons. Ever. They really should. There's weapons in this game that haven't been touched since day one of release. Actually, a lot of weapons that haven't been touched since day one of release. It's pretty obvious to tell which ones those are. Just look for the most underpowered weapons in your gallery, and those are probably them. We'll go for them. Even on release, they were abysmally bad. And of course, they've only gotten worse over time. What do we even need? Take that over. Need to get full mana on one of these, but we don't have any way to go do that immediately. I don't think we do. Let's go explode out the entire board. Get an apothecary down. And that should be it. Just get that down. Get the whole loop in there. Let's move that over. And just explode it all. There we go. Try it again. And then we'll hand out the redeem code. Oh, that wasn't enough damage. Oh, he could actually kill Gorgulta here. And he's probably going to get a summon too. Actually, he might kill out my entire team. 1 HP. He just died to poison. Well, that's bad, but we should still be able to get the win here because he didn't go for the summon. So we should be able to just tear through the rest of his. Go down on that. And is that match? Yes, because we can just do it right there. We almost lost the pet battle. There we go. Yeah, Doom Skulls are just crazy. But we'll go for our rewards. How many fairies did we get? 3 of them. That's not too bad. There are some Fae teams that are decent. So, yeah, it's nice to have a few more copies. I might even go put my things into her. I'm not sure. We do have the upgrade finally available. Oh, wait, no, we don't. Never mind. We already had it. I guess we could technically go for that upgrade. Do we have the Mystic one yet? Not the rename. Do we have the level 1 capabilities? No, we haven't yet. We still need a few more copies of him. But I think I'd probably go for that one. Yeah, I believe everything that we can currently have that we really need a bonus on, we've already done. I'll probably start throwing food into more of them soon. I'm just kind of waiting until we kind of gauge which ones are going to be getting more food or more copies. Because I want to make sure we have enough food for all the important ones. Like when this thing upgrades, I think we need like 20-something food or something. And if we go and look at one of the other troops just to compare how many foods we actually really need, like if we go and check this guy real quick. Like even just for the next level here, we would already need... Oh, just for the next level we need 20. Yeah, we definitely want to keep saving our food then. Because that's going to start burning through our food like crazy when we start reaching the ones that we actually need to go upgrade. Even though it seems like we have an okay amount stocked up, it's going to be depleted very quick. We actually don't have enough food to max out a single one with their specific color. So I actually don't know how much you need for that. Why do I have so much more yellow than every other color? I'd even buy... If anything, I should have more brown. Because I ended up buying so many copies of Mimic and so much food of Mimic. But seriously, are there more yellow pets or something? Pretty sure it was the same number of each. How do we have like 50 more yellow pet food than any other pet food? That seems so odd. There's 6 of them. I guess because I haven't gotten any of them upgraded beyond the normal thing, but I've done that for other colors too. I don't believe green has either. Yeah, I don't have that many of green. Wow. For whatever reason, we're just getting a lot of yellow. That's kind of odd. Anyways, let me go give out the redeem code. Redeem code section. Let me go under my thing. go under the code stash. We only have 2 more codes left. So I guess those will be Friday and Saturday codes, unless she gives me more, in which case we'll have more to get out beforehand. Go copy all that. And let me just put this into our thing. Double check that it works. Put it into chat, put it below us, and go from there. If you guys still have any other questions, let me know, and we'll make sure to go over them. We'll be going for about another half an hour or so. Oh no, it's making me do a CAPTCHA. I need to go do storefronts. Let's see, that's a store, that's a store. Some of these kind of look like stores, but aren't stores. And I have one. And we win a redeem code. There we go. The CAPTCHA game. Can you win the CAPTCHA? Okay, we'll go and take our redeem code, put that right in there. And there you guys go. There's the code. I'll go put it into chat so you can just go and copy paste those random numbers and letters. Be a lot more convenient than typing them all out. And there is the code right there. And let's head back to raids then. But there you guys go. There's the code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever the game says, there's what you want to put in. Not what mine says. Whatever your game says, what you want to put in. And the invite, that's the invite code, and the redeem code is the one below, right there, or the one in chat. Same thing. They're both the redeem code. You just use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code, or just simply click that link, and they would both get you to the same location. And that only works on PC mobile. Do keep that in mind. It gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And do we get anything from the gem key? Actually, we're starting to stack up a lot of gem keys. Hey, we actually got Ice Goblin. Really? Did I max him out? I didn't. That's actually pretty convenient because I haven't maxed him yet. Out of everything we could have gotten, that's actually probably one of the better things. You know what? Maybe I should have threw some event keys last week to go and get them maxed. Because now I have a non-upgraded Ice Goblin that I'm probably going to be needing for a lot of battles. You know what? I probably should have threw 50 the other week. Oh well. If nothing else, that means we have 50 more now. Seriously though, why does it feel like we have so many keys? I don't know why we have so many. But it won't look like that next Friday, I guess. I guess it's because it's been about a month since the last mythic. But yeah, our gem keys will be depleted down to 0. Oh, I know why. It's because the new kingdom didn't require us to actually throw gem keys. We were able to do it just off of glory keys. We got lucky enough. That's why. Okay. Anyways, let's go head back to raid bosses and finish out the last of our battles. We have 5 remaining, which means we probably have like 10 remaining. Maybe not that many, but you know, we're going to find at least a Valraven or 2 most likely. Oh, there it is. That didn't take long, right as I say it. We already found it. Is there ever a time when guild guardians aren't in guild chests? Yes. You have to get every single guild guardian up to 4 copies of in Mythic. And once you have 4 copies of Mythic, or you know, once you have them all Mythic and then have 4 copies of each of them, you will no longer get them as drops. That is the only time they are not in a drop table. So people this late in the game, like myself, I'm at the point where if I was to open them, I'd get 100% gem keys, essentially. Because if we get up to the point where we have, the guild has 40,000 seals, which is later during the week, every single week, and if we were to have every single one of those upgraded to Mythic, with 4 copies of each of them, it has to be every single one of them, and once we reach that point, you no longer get them as drops. So it's just 100% of whatever your key thing is. So if you're at 20,000, you'd be getting every single drop as a glory key, essentially. And if you're at 40,000 plus, it would be every single drop as a gem key, which of course is pretty convenient. That also means I technically have around almost 5,000 gem keys right now, with all of the guild chests that I have saved up, which is quite a lot. It might be one of the highest in the game, actually, if not the highest. Because I started saving it the second that they announced it. I'm pretty sure some other people did, too, but I'm pretty sure most of them has thrown down their stashes by now. I know one thing for sure. I definitely don't have the biggest vault key stash. Someone seriously has over 150 of them. They posted that earlier this morning. I mentioned that earlier too, but it's worth repeating. It's this. Actually, let me go bring that image up. I think I have it saved somewhere. I keep mentioning it. I don't actually show it though. Let me go and get the thing. Where's the image capture? I think it's on my desktop as well, so I don't even need to go and move it. Problem is, I don't see where the image is. There it is. Why is there no image here? Browse. Okay, let me see if I could find this real quick. I think it was just gibberish for the title, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it? Like, apparently it wasn't gibberish. I need to clear up my desktop. Wow, there's so much junk on this. There is way too much junk. There it is. Found it. And click OK. Click image show. Oh, wow, that image is smaller than I thought it was. That or it was because... Oh, I know why it's like that. Because I had a Glaceon over top of it earlier. But yeah, 163 vault keys someone has. He's been grinding. He hasn't... I don't think he's used a single one. And he's been grinding it out every single vault key event. But he has 163 vault keys somehow. Also, based on that X there, it looks like he's on the console version as well. I didn't even notice that until just now. But yeah, he's on the console version, so I don't know if there was like a higher rate or something on console, but yeah, that's a lot, to say the least. But yeah, pretty insane number of them. Pretty nice achievement there. Probably the highest in the game. Haven't seen anyone report anything even remotely as high as that. Yeah, we'll go grab that one down. How do you farm keys? Vault keys or just keys in general? Actually, both are technically the same way. There aren't really too many ways that give you keys in the game. They're mainly just static per week is how many you can gain, like from guild tasks and from doing PvP and stuff like that. They're not really something you can infinitely grind as well, but the two best ways to specifically infinitely grind keys would be to do, or three best ways, is either arena, treasure hunt, or vault keys. Particularly during a vault event, which occurs once every month and is occurring later this weekend, from Friday to Monday reset. But those are the only ways that you can basically infinitely farm keys, for the most part. I guess technically PvP spam too in a way. Well, I guess in every single way, almost everything you do can somewhat go towards keys, because you get glory from doing PvP, and then that glory you can then go spend for glory keys if you wanted to, and do it that way. Actually, that reminds me, we actually have a lot of glory keys too if we were to go and specifically use our glory for it. Whatever our glory is divided by 20 is how many keys we have for that. I don't normally use them though because I'm saving them for 10-star kingdoms when they eventually get added to the game. Let me go check that real quick. Oh, we got another Valraven. Oh, never mind, that was our first Valraven from the previous battle. I forgot, we just didn't finish out the battle yet. But yeah, let me see, how many do we have? Because I always just keep assuming that that's not even anything, but... if we were to go use it for that purpose, we have 536,000 divided by 20. That comes out to 26,800 glory keys is actually how many we have, which is about enough to gain 2 mythics if we wanted to. Almost 3. So if we got really lucky, it could be like 3 to 5. Or if we got really unlucky, yeah, only 2 or so. But yeah, that's actually quite a bit. I don't think I'll be spending it for that, but we'll eventually be using it. Eventually. Anyways, we already did the pet. Let's go. Oh, wait, did we finish out the pet? I have done it before where I accidentally leave one battle and then just leave it there forever. But yeah, that's everything for it. Let's go back to raids then and finish out the raids. Let's see. Did we get a new reward yet? No, we did not. Nor are we going to be able to because we are nowhere near it. So I guess tomorrow we'll maybe get to that ore, but we'll see. What does the raid boss team look like with Mang? It'd probably be this exact same team, except with Goblin Rocket in exchange of this guy, and the Nobin Brothers obviously replaced out with Mang. But yeah, it would pretty much just look like this, just with a Goblin Rocket and a Mang up over top the Nobin Brothers. Oh, we got a magic buff on her, which is probably not going to come into play unless it does something really amazing, like a magic buff to that. Out of everything that could get a magic buff, that would be the most useful. Grapple pot. Pretty much just like instant kill entire enemy team when you get it. We'll go throw this down, get her hit. Throw this down, get the other hit. Got an explosion. Of course, when you want her to actually use her ability, she never does. Or the stacking aspect of it. I feel like that always happens. She'll like get a magic buff, and then it's like, nope, we're not gonna do anything after that. Just does the magic buff and no follow-up. Okay, let me do this just to see if she will get a stat. There we go, there. 169. That is a lot of damage. That is, wow. Yeah, I can't do maths. That's about 500 damage or so. Somewhere around there, like 520 or something. And there we go. If you got a few questions again, sure, feel free to leave them all, and we'll go answer all of them. And if I've been missing any of your guys' other questions, feel free to leave them again. I sometimes miss them, just because chat is moving. But, yeah, if I do, just feel free to leave them again. Has Gem Devs ever offered you a job or something? There actually is something somewhat like that we are talking about privately. It's not actually a job, but, or, you know, not a job in the traditional sense. Because I don't live anywhere near them to actually be doing anything like that, nor do I have the technical knowledge to be, like, coding or anything for them. Something I dabble in, by no means do I have any capability to actually do that. But, of course, they're all way in Australia, so specifically working for them, no. But as far as with the channel and stuff like that, there has been some mentions of things, and it's still in this discussion phase. But, yeah, if anything goes a little bit further, I could mention some things about it, but I'm not really mentioning much yet, just because I don't know what direction it's going to be going in. But yeah, we've actually been talking about that over the last week or two or so. But when I have more information, I will have more to mention about that. But hopefully it goes well. Here, we'll go poke them there. Take the hit, take the other hit, get this other thing going. And please explode. There we go, that's exactly what we needed. And that's match. We just go kill that out. Probably should actually kill the Valraven just to make sure it doesn't escape. There's still a chance it could get away. And never mind now, there isn't. Why do we have a code today? I always give codes out on Monday. Isn't it Monday? Am I like completely out of... No, it's Monday. For a second... For a second I thought it was like the wrong day for a second. No, it's a Monday. I always give codes out on Monday. Eventually I'll be giving out codes every single day. Just they currently don't actually give me enough to do that. But, yeah, we always give one out on Monday. These days it's been basically every Monday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday night stream, which is now. Friday morning stream and Saturday morning stream. Generally tends to be the times. Well, I've helped them with beta testing and stuff in the past, very occasionally. It wasn't like an official job. They just took like a bunch of people from the communities like, hey, do you want to go do the beta version and go give us some information for free? And of course a bunch of people accepted because we got to see the new version ahead of time and a bunch of other stuff. But, yeah, it was, you know, it was all just volunteer work, essentially. Just because we love the game and wanted to mess around with it. And I still do that occasionally. We'll go take a skull. Take that out. Take the brown over. Do we take yellow surge? I don't think that's worth it. Maybe if we go into a purple or a blue, but neither of those are available either, so I guess we'll just go take the yellow off the top, and it doesn't surge. The other thing does that wasn't relevant, but the one we needed to surge didn't. Skull, I think I'm just going to let him have. It brings us to one-shot range. No, it doesn't. Never mind. He only has 11 attack. I keep forgetting that awkward moment when the attack reduction is actually useful. But we'll go throw that down. Normally, it's like one of the worst things you could have, but I guess it did come into play some there. And take that out. Take the AoE. And then just hit it with anything. And there we go. Oh, you finally got a Peace Pigeon. Very nice. Yeah, Peace Pigeon is very useful, especially if you happen to have Infernus, Divine Shpala. It's really, really good for that. If you don't have a grapple pot, she is in the event key drop table right now, by the way. Out of everything that you'd bother opening the keys for if you were to do event keys this week, she would be the best thing to get out of it. That and Goblin Rockets, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get Goblin Rockets. It's really common within the drop table. But if you've really been wanting to make Goblin teams, like this 4x Goblin team, not the specific one, but like the one that gets ran for Guild Wars, or just the other variant of this, which is Nobin Brothers, Fizzbang, Grapple Pot Fizzbang, which I should probably give a shot to too. I haven't actually bothered using that yet. But, you know what, maybe we'll go do that for our next battle, because we still have plenty of battles left. We already tested some weird things earlier, might as well go do that, because that's actually the standard team I normally run, if I'm running with this. But yeah, if you've been wanting to make the endgame version of 4x Goblins, it is available. The entirety of it's within the event key drop table. Nobin Brothers is there, Fizzbang is there, and Grapple Pod is there. That's everything you need for a late game 4x Goblin team. It's not really as good these days. People still run it for Guild War Defend for one of the days, just because it's really nice to have and doesn't really interfere with anything. But as far as actually using it, there's a lot of better PvP teams these days. But still nice to have around if you have the spare event keys for it. It's not something I would really prioritize, though. It's still a good week to go and skip. Unless you really wanted it. Okay, we hit like 2 things that didn't extra turn, as well as 2 that did. Luckily, as long as we hit at least one that does actually extra turn, we still get to keep our turn. I can't cast Nobin Brothers here because he automatically loses his turn, so we have to go for that first. Take that in there. And we're not frozen on purple, so we can go for that. We are frozen on skull, however, so we can't go and take that. Oh, I could take in blue. So I'll actually take that. We do retain our turn because the blue extra turns for us, and then we take the skull. And even though he's frozen, we were still basically able to keep on our turn for like 6-7 turns in a row. But yeah, let me go do the Fizzbang version of this. This is normally what I'd run if I was running a, if I was running this in PvP or something. I'd be running this with like a blue-purple or +2 purple, +2 blue. Wait, is there, how's Frozen Banner? I guess Frozen Banner wouldn't hurt. So we'll go Frozen Banner for this. It makes it so we get slightly less red, but it's mostly more important that we get Fizzbangs down. Now let's see what this does. Haven't actually bothered trying it yet. This is what I would basically consider standard Goblin team. And standard Guild War Goblin team would be this, except with a Siren right here. Obviously, we can't do that because Siren doesn't exist within this kingdom. But if you were doing that in, let's say, Guild War Defense, that's what you would set. Because it is slightly stronger than using double Fizzbang. Under player control, it's a little bit better with double Fizzbang, though. Alright, we'll go take that, and just go for every purple and blue we see. Take the other one over. You're testing the same team that you were using, and you struggle at the higher level. I haven't really gotten to the extremely higher level yet. You probably need to use slightly more of a loop team with, like, Goblin Rocket and stuff into the team. Or maybe even try it like this. Let's see. Aw, that's not what I needed. Really bad when it doesn't do its first mana generation. Sometimes you might just even want to... Oh, why did I give him that? That was a lot of mana that I didn't have to give him. But sometimes you might even want to wait until you have both the Fizzbangs up before you cast either of them, just to make sure that you do get all that mana down. Let's see. That was an easy question. So now, why do we have a new weapon in Raid boss compared to every other weapon for this week? Yeah, they did actually finally do a really good weapon in it. It's basically Mang, essentially. It's a early game version of Mang. It's not better than Mang, but it is... If you don't have Mang, it's definitely worth considering. Oh, I'll go throw this down. Can you please stop HP buffing? There we go. Finally, we got some explosion. So basically, this team just infinitely loops, or at least that's the plan of it. Unfortunately, I gave him so much mana earlier that he is already up. And I don't think we have a way to stop that. Don't see any extra turns that are worth going for here. So we'll just move this over. Go instant kill something. What's pretty nice about this too is he'll never hit the Fizzbangs. Which actually I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though. But he'll never hit the Fizzbangs because they both have stealthy. The only real big issue I'm seeing here is we don't have enough damage to really hit the boss with. Also, we don't have enough greens on the board. That's another problem. We're exploding the board so much that it's not generating enough blues, enough greens quick enough to the board for us to actually get the good explosions. There we go. We need a good Nobbin Brother explosion to really get through that, or even AoE damage, either or. There we go. We'll get that down. I'm actually going to leave the purple there just because we need it so much. In case we would have... Oh, the one time I actually needed to do stack gain actually would have been better there. We'll throw that down again. He'll explode. And again, when I need him to not explode, he explodes. He'll watch. He'll explode again when I don't need him to. Oh no, he did attack reduction, which is even worse. Okay, we'll go to that. That time we did need that explode. Please explode. HP buff to him. I guess that's okay too. Then again, not really. We're up against him. Zugoff will just instant kill. Doesn't matter what our HP is. Especially since his attack is almost reduced down to 0 at this point. Nothing else. That's actually kind of helpful. The fact that we can use Nobin Brothers this week when they did the skull spam Zugoff. Because we could just go and reduce it down and then never need to deal with it. Might just need to put the Fizzbang in first slot. Just so we have Fizzbang, Nobin Brothers, and then the 3 of them. I think I might end up doing that switch. Okay, what do we need to move around here? What is even remotely worth it? Looks like almost nothing is. We'll just take the purple, I guess. Oh, hello, manas. Too much mana for him. We'll go and take ourselves a blue. Hopefully get explosion here. Would be very useful. Come on, explode. There we go. That's what we need. And if this explodes, we win. Well, AoE damage. At least it's applying damage. It's going to take a while for us to get our mana back up now to actually do something. Go take the blue. He'll split some damage, which is almost nothing. Wow, that did 38. Poor guy doing so little damage. Go through this down. Get the second Fizzbang down. I should probably put the grapple pot in last slot. The reason I normally do it like this is if they're running Kraken or anything, but I don't believe Kraken can even show up in this game mode. So we'll be fine moving it up some. Because we need Grapple Pot to survive a bit longer if we can. Attack reduction, not good, but at least he can't do anything. Armor buff, horrible. Explosion, good. And there we go. That should be match. That is basically what it's supposed to do. This loop right here is the reason why you would even bother using this team. It doesn't always do this, as you saw from the previous battles, but when it does, you just basically auto-win, essentially. And I'm pretty sure that could run through all of them, though, again, you could have those weird battles where it just doesn't want to function, and then you end up losing. Also, it might be bad against Val Ravens if it's in, like, 3rd slot or something, because you have no way of specifically taking it out. Like, 1st slot should be pretty easy, since it's, well, in 1st slot, you can just hit it with skulls. But if it was all the way back there, it might be a little bit hard to deal with. But just make sure you, I guess, you take a lot of yellows and just deny him out. Okay, we'll go take ourselves a purple there. He'll take a skull, we'll take the extra turn. We'll take a skull again, poke some damage, throw a grapple, get this down. And yeah, it should be fine. Throw this in there. The attack reduction. Get attack buff, that's funny. Oh, we got a magic buff on him. That's actually a 1 in 3 chance that we get an AoE. If we hit that down, that would be very convenient. So I need more mana, a lot more mana. Oh, I gotta be careful that he doesn't get full mana. That could still happen. I think I take yellow just to make sure. So we'll take that. Okay, we got a skull. Perfect. We'll go grab that, take some AoEs. Grab the blue, get an explosion, go from there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? Oh yeah, I forgot. We auto-freeze when he does that. Fail. Well, we'll go explode. Please do AoE damage. Actually, before I do, let me grab this. I know it ends our turn, but I still want it. Wait. Oh, because it was a Doom Skull, game functioned correctly. They forgot to code the Doom Skull to not lose extra turns on freeze. I still find that hilarious. But, that is what it does. Or doesn't do, I should say. Did we just do attack reduction? Seriously? You get a magic buff and you use it to attack, reduce their already reduced attack to 0. I guess that's still somewhat useful, because if he gets that off, his skulls does near nothing, but still. Can he stop getting attack as well? I hope this hits 1st slot. At least she's safe, because stealthy does work against this. Even though it hits through everything, it still can't target stealthy troops. So it has to hit either Nobbin Brothers or Fizzbang. Hopefully it'll do Nobbin Brothers. But just in case, let me actually take a red here, in case it doesn't go for it. Okay, good. But yeah, now we just have this thing, and it just one-shots everything at this point. Or almost everything. Let's get our mana up. Get a grapple pod on it, throw the other 2. And don't kill it, we need it. Though thank you for creating the skulls, that is helpful. No, not that many skulls. Stop it, there we go. Actually, he gave us a perfect board, though we do lose our turn the second we grab that, so maybe not the most perfect. We'll try actually exploding it. We still get to retain our turn that way. And we'll do that again. There we go. Okay, she's frozen now. But we just go for another skull. And then we just have to do that one more time with any skull on the board. Do we try for explode and hope we get lucky? Sure. Nope, didn't get lucky. But we did get an explode at least. So we'll take the purple down there. Still nothing I can really do with that fizz bang. Might as well try getting up the second one. Move that over. Take skull dead. 127 damage. I'm missing this every time. There are new armor stripping weapons. A bunch look in unowned weapons. Oh, someone did just mention that earlier during the stream. I did see that, but I didn't actually make any mention of it. But yeah, let me go over those because I didn't bother looking at them yet. So let's go to unowned weapons. I did see that mentioned, I just didn't look at them yet. So let's see. Destroy an enemy's armor. Deal 25. Give all allies 2 attack. Boosted by armor destroyed. Really? So their way to combat Mang was to make 1 billion Mangs. That's great. That's pretty funny. Seriously? I don't know how to feel about that. That's kind of funny. Let's screenshot this in case we need it later. So their counter to Mang, to make sure that, well, not counter, but their answer to Mang is to make a bunch more Mangs. It's like, what should we make as a new weapon that's better than Mang, or can at least be used instead of Mang? How about more Mangs? But yeah, destroy an enemy's armor gives you a bunch of attack and armor. Destroy an enemy armor and give you a bunch of life. Oh wait, deal double damage if their life is greater. Ooh, that has some potential, especially if you got a magic buff on it. Destroy an enemy's armor, increase your life by armor destroyed. Submerge all allies. That could have potential. Even outside of the game mode. Actually, most of these could probably have potential outside the game mode. Dispel an enemy. That's useless in raids and stuff and invasions. Dispel an enemy and 25 damage, half their attack. That's not useful. Destroy an enemy's armor, deal 23 damage, increase my magic by 2, boosted by armor destroyed. Oh, that's probably the best one right there. The Trickster Shot. It keeps getting stronger every single time. Well, you know what? Never mind. But it doesn't do any kind of boost ratio or anything. Yo, you know, like, this weapon actually does have a lot of potential. Because it's essentially true damage that keeps getting stronger. It might be the best single target true damage on any hero weapon. Yeah, that does have a lot of potential. Because let's say we're just doing normal PvP. And we're about to tier something for, how about, like, let's say 60 armor. So that's a magic buff of... Hold up, maths. That's 15, right? Yeah, 15. No, not 15. What's 60 divided by 4? No, it's, wait, it is 15. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Yes, it is 15. So that's 17 total magic. Meaning you'd bring the damage up to 40. Which is 40 true damage per hit. Well, I guess it does take a little bit to get operational. Because after one hit and then the next, and then you have to keep going. Also, I don't think it would be that good for raids, but it would be pretty decent outside of it, which varies true damage teams. It's also green-purple, so it could be a good replacement for, oh, what's that one weapon called? Crescendo. Could be a replacement for Crescendo, which basically no one owns. Steal all of an enemy's armor. Ooh, you actually get it for yourself. If the enemy is a boss, death mark all other enemies. Oh, now that's one that's actually useful in raids. Like, that's particularly made just for raids. Like, that's the kind of weapon we need. Like, this one in particular, this is what you need if you're making one for raid specifically. Yeah, that is really cool then. So you get to steal all their armor for yourself and then death mark the rest of the team. The only problem with this is most of the weeks, like this week, there's actually quite a few of them that have immune to death mark. But assuming they don't on a given week, that has quite a bit of potential going for it. But yeah, interesting weapons. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at this one. Destroy an enemy's armor. Give all allies a lot of life, boosted by armor destroyed. That's not too useful within the context of raids, but outside of it, that would be pretty nice. It's actually probably going to be better in invasion. Some of these might be made for invasions, actually. Like, that one seems like it's for invasion. This one seems like it's for a reward from raids. And that could be the case, that these are made for, half are for invasions, half are for raids. That would make sense. Anyways, let's go and head back to the raids. I think we still have 3 more battles left, which should be about 5 by the time we get around to it. And Salty should probably be starting up by then. Let's see. We'll go take the green over. Yeah, I normally don't check unowns, like, every single week. It's not one of the things I normally check in the billing and things I normally check. Or not that often. I do on occasion, particularly when, like, major patches come out and stuff like that. Also, there were 2 changes to the game that I didn't actually mention on the video either that aren't really that relevant, but might as well mention them now for any of you that are, yeah. But basically... There's 2 things that you can go and, or 2 troops end up getting a type change. Both of them are pretty irrelevant, though, well, actually the Glaceon one's a little bit more relevant. But basically the 2 changes is Yasmin's, oh, what's that one called? It's that one mythic that cleanses everything constantly. That one useless one. It now counts as a human divine instead of just divine. And also Glaceon now counts as a... monster something. Oh, I forget what the second typing is, but basically its daemon typing was switched to monster instead, so that it now will take extra damage from that new troop that came in from the kingdom, so that you could use it to try to counter it. Does it make it any weaker? Not really, but it does mean you can't use it within elemental teams anymore. Oh, never mind, it was elemental that it changed. I can't even say the right thing. But yeah, if we go look at it real quick, let me go do that right after this battle. It makes sense if I just go look at them and show it. I'm gonna go throw that in there. Get that in there. This one actually went really quick. Luckily, when we actually needed to go quick, it actually does. Sweet. So go do that. Get a hit kill in there. Get the other one down. That was useless. Come on, get us the last little bit of damage. We're almost there. Go grab that. He'll hit us. Barely does anything. Not what we need. Do damage. Let's see. Move the yellow over. Take another Nobbin brother down. Please stop doing attack reduction. It's not helping. I would go through like a little bit of poke at him. And skull him down. And there we go. Okay. So anyways, as I was saying, the typing's on them. Let's go to troops. Go over to the 2 that changed. So there was 2 of them that changed. Glaceon. It was changed from Daemon Monster to... I mean, it was changed from Daemon Elemental to Daemon Monster. And the other one was... the voice of Orpheus was changed from Divine to Divine Human. There's actually probably a lot of Divines that could be changed to Divine Human. But, yeah, there we go. Were any of those that relevant? Not really. But they are things that did get changed on Monday. Probably the only two things I didn't mention in the video. That and the weapon that we went over. Let's see. So question 3. 29 new troops were added to the game. What do you know about them? Wait, there was troops under unowned too? Well, I guess we'll have to go over them then. But yeah, we'll go take a peek. It's probably just all the upcoming stuff that we probably already know about. But we'll go take a peek at them if it is in there. Yeah, I never click on the unowned tab almost because we already own everything, so. But yeah, we'll go give it a peek. The only two things we technically don't own that actually are within the game right now are the pet gnome guy, which I will get on Friday most likely. And we're missing, what was the other one we're missing? Oh yeah, we're missing Zugoff, but pretty much almost no one knows Zugoff. And we'll go throw that in there. The other one down. Take that. Throw the other. And that's pretty much match. Oops, I should have taken his ability before I did that. I guess it won't matter too much. Now this is the kind of loop I want to see when I'm using this team. That is exactly what I want to see. There we go. Wow. That's about as perfect as a goblin team can get right there. Of course, it doesn't always do that, but when it does, it's amazing. Let me see. Troops, unowned. No, there's no unowned here. What do you mean by that question? Let's see. Oh, that thing? It's because it's all glitched. You should never go by this number. This is no representation. This is not a representation of how many troops are actually in the game. That number right there. I don't know why it's that high. Same as weapons. But, yeah, I don't know why they're like that. They're still kind of glitched. I guess it might be some hidden ones that they still have kind of within the game, but they're just so hidden that they just don't exist at all. Some of these that might be doing this also are the raid troops, if I'm not mistaken. Like the raid bosses. I mean, the raid bosses, the invasion bosses, and all of them coming in through dungeons as well, I believe might be contributing to that. But, yeah, they still haven't fixed it. There's only 504 troops within the game currently, to my understanding. There should not be that number. I don't know why it increased. But yeah, there's only 504. There's the 502 that we have, plus Pet Gnome, plus Zugoff. And that's all of them. Yeah, we finally hit over 500, by the way. That was actually the other week. I didn't even make like some kind of big announcement. Nor did they. I'm actually kind of surprised. They did one, I think, at 300 or something. But, yeah, 500 troops. To imagine, this game started with under 100. It didn't get 100 until like a month or two after release. It was initially going to plan to launch with 100. It actually had it was kind of funny. When the game first launched, there was an achievement that was to own 100 troops. But, which is still an achievement, obviously. But at the time, 100 troops didn't even exist. Because Stormheim was intended to release with the game, but it didn't actually come in until like a month or two after the fact, because it came out in like November or so, and they couldn't push it out before the December holiday, so it didn't end up coming in until like mid-January or early January, whenever it was. So it wasn't even possible until then. It was kind of funny. Okay, we'll go... Oh, yeah, what should we do for raid phrases? I'll probably just say... We should do something goblin-related when we raid Salty. Something goblin-related. Oh, no, what's something that a goblin would say? Okay, I already did all that. We already claimed that. How much longer on our pet timer? Oh, I hate that this page doesn't have a timer on it. You have to go over here to see the time. That doesn't make any sense at all. I think they say that next patch they will be adding a timer on here. But on the one area where you'd want to know the time of how much time you have left... It doesn't have a single timer. Like right here, there should be like a gigantic timer on the bottom or the top here that says X amount of time until this pet expires. Go, go, go. But yeah, nowhere's in any of these 5 pages does it actually show the time remaining, which seems really odd. And you have to go all the way back and then back over here to go see how much time is left. Anyways, let's go finish our last raid battle, I believe that was, right? Yes, unless we find a Valraven. Even if we do, I'll probably be ending it after this battle. And nope, no Valraven. So even if we weren't, that is our last battle because no Valraven. Go take that over. Take that one. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. And then we'll go raid Salty. I don't know if she'll actually be up yet, but I'll be heading off a few minutes beforehand, even if she isn't. Has anyone ever asked if you could rearrange your teams under the Troops tab? Yes. I have requested that a couple times. I think a couple other people have too. When they'll get around to it, or if they'll get around to it, who knows. It might be some kind of technical issue that they have. Because I have that concept implemented in a few other locations in the game, but not specifically for that. Also, they got rid of a feature that used to be in the game when they switched over to Unity, which could just be an issue with them not knowing how to code it in Unity, or just Unity not being able to do it. But back in the day, when they were still running it on Adobe Air or whatever it was, they had a function where when you put your troops into your team, if you, let's say you had nothing on your team currently, it's a completely empty team, and you put something into third slot, normally what would happen right now is it would go all the way to the top of your team and just go to first slot. But back in the day, if you put something in third slot, it would just stay there. So if you have an empty team and you put something in third slot, it would stay there. And if you put it in fourth, it would stay there. And if you put it in first, it would stay there. And if you put it in second, it would stay there. With how it currently is, that only occurs if your team is completely full, which is really annoying, which means you basically have to do the same thing now. You basically have to completely fill your team and then go and start putting troops into it. Whereas before, you could just go and just clear out the entire team with a single button and then put your 4 troops in and arrange them how you want. It's not really that big of a difference, but it's one of those small things that really helps. And of course, I know what you mean. You mean being able to switch your team slots around so you don't have to constantly keep overwriting them. I don't know if they can do that. It seems like it's going to be the same issue that they had with the thing not keeping its location, which is why they probably haven't implemented it yet. But if they can implement, really hope they can, because that'd be very useful. So that was another thing that they have mentioned in the past that I really wish they would get around to. Hotkeys on the PC version. There's currently no hotkey that works on this game on PC other than the escape button, which brings up the menu thing. But no other hotkey does anything. But yeah, it would make it really convenient if things actually did do things. Like if we could hotkey abilities and other stuff like that. Kind of like how controller already can if you plug in a controller on the PC version. But there's no way to actually do it with a keyboard. Okay, we'll go and explode. Get that out. Oh, of course you would magic buff. Out of all the things, too, yourself. That's like the most useless one in most situations, because unless she gets another buff down, that's not even going to do anything. Can't even use that Doom Skull. This board's looking really bad. Yeah, she's still not live. She won't be until another 5 minutes or longer. Unless she starts on time, in which case it'll be 4 minutes. Okay, we'll go throw a grapple pot there, get a poke on the other one. He's going to get a kill here. Okay, that's fine. We got to keep the better one. Well, I don't know if that would actually be better. You know what? We could actually lose here. Gotta be careful. Go take that Brown. As I'm taking, like, the most dangerous area I could possibly take from. Oh, go grab that. Go grab this. Nice little hit. Take another poke. Double poke. Very nice. Throw both of these down. That should pretty much be match. Did you just magic buff the other one after getting a magic buff? Really? Wow. She just magic buffed the one... She got magic buffed by herself and then magic buffed the other one. Well then, anyways, that's the end of raids. And what was your other question? So your last question. Could you think of now, it's a hard question, is there a maximum gold which you can collect per tribute with the gold per hour? Maximum gold? No, there's no maximum to it. You could theoretically get a tribute from all 33 kingdoms at once, which I guess technically would be the maximum gold that you could obtain. But as far as the thing where it just, if you keep holding it and it keeps accumulating gold, to my understanding, there is no maximum gold. So let's say if you were to quit the game for 1 year and come back, you'd be coming back to like 100,000 or like some gigantic number of gold. I don't think there's a limit on it, though I'm not certain. Someone who maybe quit the game for a year or two who was in late game might know. Like someone who has like 500 gold per hour and then quits for a year or something and then comes back might know that knowledge, but... no, I would not know. I don't think I've gone more than like 3 days without collecting it. But anyways, what should we go say to Salty? We still need a phrase to go spam Salty with. But yeah, I'm going to be heading off. I'm going to go get her stream thing. Let me go get that real quick. Twitch.tv/infinity+2. Salty will be streaming the new legend coming, I believe, in 2 weeks from now. on her thing, and maybe she'll answer some other questions. And I'll be around there too, kind of poking around while eating and munching. Yeah, let me go copy this. And don't play an ad. Don't mute it. There we go. I muted it right in time. It's still playing an ad though. But yeah, guys, if any of you still want to go and still watch someone, there's going to be one of the devs, Salty, streaming the game. As far as spamming her, I still don't know. Let's go name her spammer with, I guess Gorbles. I don't know. I'm really bad at spam phrases. Army of Gorbles. Let's spam her just with Army of Gorbles. Just spam her with Army of Gorbles. Gorbles is spelled, how is that spelled? 1 second. Gorble. Event. Click on this. Army of Gorbles. Yeah, spam her with, Army of Gorbles then. Army of Gorbles. And there's her link. But yeah, spam her with Army of Gorbles when she starts. Anyways, guys, I'll see y'all later. Yeah, Army of Gorbles. The Army of Gorbles, spamming her with Army of Gorbles. Anyways, I'll be heading out for now. I'll be on her stream a little bit, but other than that, probably heading to bed after that. If you guys still have any other questions, feel free to leave it on any of my videos, and we'll make sure to go over them. Other than that, I guess, yeah, I guess we'll see you all tomorrow night. We'll be doing more with raids. We will be having the new pet this Wednesday as well. I don't think I mentioned much about that, but don't forget, new pet that's coming this Wednesday is going to be the dragon. Oh, I can't show it right now because it's exactly 0. But we're going to be getting a new dragon pet in basically 1 day in 4 hours. So definitely make sure to go do that on Wednesday. Is it worth throwing gems at? Probably not, but I would definitely advise getting at least 1 copy of it if you are a newer player that isn't capable of killing it. I will be actually, I believe on the same day, going on my lower level account and seeing if we will be able to kill the pet on our lower level account, just to kind of give some help for other people that might be struggling with it. We'll try to make some kind of cheap team that can run through it all, and to see how it goes, and just kind of show it for the last few battles with like a few different teams maybe. But yeah, we'll be doing that. But anyways, guys, I'll be over at her stream. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful week. Best of luck with everything. Leave any questions on any of my videos, and I'll see y'all later. Goodbye, everyone!